This is the quadruped hip shift using a block. So the idea with this exercise is that we're already going to put ourselves into the hip shift, which means that one side of our thigh is pulling backwards towards the back side of the hip. A lot of the times we have really tightness through the whole area of the glute tissue on that side that's limiting us from being able to do this exercise. So this is a great way to feel a good stretch into the tissue in the back. So you're going to set yourself up so that way your knees are in line, but one knee is up on the block. And your doctor will tell you which side they want you to work on, but you're going to be already in a shifted position. You're going to place your elbows down, either palms up or palms down, whatever feels more comfortable, and then you're going to shift your whole body over the side that's on the block. So you want your knee stacked on top of your hip, and then your nose and the chest bone are all on top, and you're gonna sit into this position. You're gonna be looking toward the thumbs of your hands, and you're gonna push the floor away, tuck under a little bit, especially if you feel some pinching in the front of the hip. We don't wanna feel that compression there. So the more you tuck your hip underneath and pull your tailbone under, should make more space there, and you should feel, ideally, you're gonna sit back into a stretched position. So if my left leg is up, I should feel a very good stretch deep into the left gluteal tissue. Now the problem is most people can't shift, so they start to hike. So you wanna think about when you sit backwards that you're making the area from your lowest ribs to the crest of your hip as long as possible. So that way there's no hiking here, and that should feel like you get a good stretch, and you're gonna stay there and work through some breathing. So you're gonna take that inhale, again, thinking about breathing through all this tight tissue in your back, and then blowing it out. You're gonna exhale, and as you exhale, you're pulling yourself backwards, thinking about making this area as long as possible, and almost pulling that left knee off the block a little bit upwards toward the ceiling. And then you're gonna stay there for a few breaths. So again, we're looking to our thumbs, inhale, and then exhale, sit back a little bit more. Again, if we get a pinch in that hip, we wanna tuck under a tiny bit more to free up the front of the hip. And really think about sitting and getting this area of your glute as far away from the top of your head as possible.